Oh, you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Today we're joined by Max. I think it's Nottingham or Derby. Not Max, the breadcrumb, it's Max, who's got a YouTube channel. Came and interviewed me here, came on train. How's about that? I think he's one of only 4 sites that I've been on. Is Boxing Asylum, Bayloric TV, and I went on Decker Eggies once with Mickey Fio. Oh, he's joined us. Right.
How are you, mate?
How you doing, Max?
Yeah, good, thank you, Ross. How are you?
I'm all right. Are you staying behind your camera, or are you going to show us your new haircut?
No, the webcam's not working at the moment, but
Oh,
yeah,
yo, mate.
next
I don't want to listen to that nonsense, mate. Just
uh
yo, man. Right. What's your YouTube channel called?
silver boxing.
Silver Boxing. Right. Okay. So this is Max from where? Nottingham,
Derby.
Derby. It's out that way, isn't it? Silver
Yeah.
Boxing YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What's silver stand for? Why not gold? Why would you want to be silver?
Hello?
But yeah, why would you want to call yourself silver and not gold?
I don't know, man. I've always liked silver more than gold, to be honest,
Yeah.
which is yeah, it's rare, but I've always liked silver more than gold. But yeah.
Okay. A lot's been going on in the sport of boxing. Let's go balls deep. Drug testing. What's your opinion on drug testing? We've had 4 test failures, all linked to Matchroom in the last 12, 13 months. We've had Conor Benn, 2 tests. Dylan White, his third issue, fourth in combat sports. Boom Gardner, and now Robert Hilarious. What's your
Mm.
take on it all, Max?
I think it's a disgrace, isn't it? Liam Cameron didn't get any credit or anything. He got a 4-year ban. Meanwhile, Conor Benn is looking. I think he's fighting Blair Cobbs in September. I think that's what they're talking, or October, something like that. They're talking about he's going to be fighting soon. I
Who
think
is? Liam.
no, Conor Benn.
Conor Benn, yeah. Now they've been saying, listen, mate, he's not going to fight this year. Then I
Do you
don't
not
personally
think?
don't. No, I don't think so. No, but yeah, go on.
But yeah, no, I think it's it's a problem, isn't it? It's plaguing the sport. So it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with.
Yeah. Uh, what do you think about how they've conducted themselves with the Crusher Benn situation compared to, say, Dylan White?
Um, I don't know. I mean, Dylan White's just disappeared off the face of the earth, whereas Conor Benn, has just been in the media non-stop. Um, but I don't know. I haven't been following it too much, but I think it's a disgrace, to be honest. I think these people should, have serious bans. We're talking, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, if because the drugs are in their system.
Yeah.
There's no way, there's no two ways about it. The drugs were found in their system. Adverse findings were found. So you can go to the lawyers and you can appeal, but the facts are the facts. I think it's a problem. It's a major problem. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I just want it to be a level playing field. But as regards dealing with Crusher Ben, Dylan White's been thrown to Wolves, maybe because he's a lone wolf. Oh, lone wolf. Well, he's on his own now, isn't he? So Dylan White's been thrown under a bus because he's shot to pieces. And the other one, Crusher Ben, he's got another 10-year earning capacity. So it looks to me like they've made an accountant decision on him and they chose to back him, haven't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Boom Gardner situation? Her friend, Jessa McCaskill, has come out squealing that she was going to sign for Jake Paul and that there's some things going on behind the scenes and it's all a bit shady and all that. And then she's come out next day and apologised. What do you make of all that?
It's just probably deflection tactics, isn't it? It's a way to distract people from the fact that an adverse finding was found. Um, as for, shady stuff going on in the background, I don't know. Maybe this stuff will come to light in the future. But she's looking guilty, to be honest. It doesn't look good. And other people have said on your channel, she looks if you look at her a few years ago, her physique has changed. She's a lot more muscle bound now. So, I think personally she's guilty, most likely. So, but as for shady stuff going on in the background, I don't know, to be honest. Only she knows.
Okay, then. What do you think about Bricktop coming out on various channels, doing more interviews than ever, trying to keep up with Eddie Hills and Spotty Frank? What do you think about Bricktop coming out saying this drug-free sport company that have tested her, the test 100%, he said, the results were sent to the promoter, Matchroom Sport. What do you think to that? Do you think that with them being sent to Matchroom, they can either hold it against the person or hold it over them? It's like Al Capone having bootleggers. The evidence sent to him and him deciding whether they should be charged or not. What do you think to that?
I think if somebody fails a drug test, they shouldn't be fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's sent to the promoter or not. I mean, I don't know why it's been sent to the promoter to be before the fight. I don't know, but he shouldn't be fighting, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. I hope you're not like that when you have your guests on your YouTube channel. You don't know.
No, it's just it's a problem, isn't it? It's been going on. I haven't been following the details, to be honest. I hope these people get banned like Liam Cameron did.
Well, Liam Cameron's situation was totally different because Liam had an adverse finding for the Sheedy fight, and he never declared it to Dennis, and because for some reason the board weren't taking it further. They dealt with him and Chris, I believe, and they said, "No, we're not going to take it any further." So, and then it happened again with the Genman fight. So, is that two issues? I'm not so sure, but it was that minute. It could have been from handling money. Now, Liam says he didn't take cocaine. I said, "Did you take it, Liam?" He went, "No, I swear to God, Porky, I know. It's from angling." He goes, "It's from angling money." I said, "Angling? It's from handling money, according to Liam." So I said, "Well, fair enough if it's from handling money, because it was that minute, but it didn't mean no when they dealt with him. And they give him a 4-year ban. Right? So technically, it's his first charge because the other one went missed. The Sheedy one went missing. But is it his first or second? I don't know. But they give him 4 years. Right? And when Dennis found out about the second one, and then he found out about the first one, he just went like that.
Yeah.
So, because Dennis has a policy, if you lie to him, you're down the road. Now, I don't think they lied to him. I think they just didn't want to mention it because the board won't go in any further with it. So that one's shrouded in mystery as well. So is the promoter the last person to know? Maybe, because we've heard Bricktop come out with that line regarding the Tete situation. So I don't know, really. But Liam's a pal of mine, but we've got to talk facts here, haven't we?
Yeah.
So that's the situation with that one. But that weren't performance enhancing drugs, that were recreational drugs. But they have it in their heads, these testing people and the board of control, that if fighters are making weight and testing for cocaine fight week, because he'd already had one test that were clean and one positive. If you're testing for cocaine in fight week, they're doing it to make weight, to take hunger pains away. That's what they say. So I don't know. They say something like if they test for cannabis, they're doing that to relax them, so they're not nervous. So recreational drugs can be used to alter the way of the thinking and the way of dieting and stuff like that. I don't know, but no recreational drugs, no performance enhancing drugs should be in a fighter when they're fighting, because if it gains them an edge, physically or mentally, it's not fair on other opponent, is it, Max? So I don't know.
Do we know what Baumgartner was found with in a
No, I
system?
don't.
Is it?
I think I forgot now. It's some. What did I'm not sure on this. So don't quote me because I'm not right up on this. You probably need to go to the Beautiful Boxing podcast and listen to Terry Chappendama and
Yeah.
his mate Larry Alabama. Yeah, I think Larry is the only male that's admitted it in the UK that's tested for performance enhancing drugs. He's a former sprinter, so you'll know about these things, won't you, Larry? But Larry did one with Terry, and it's on my channel. If you go look, it's if you scroll down, I don't know, a month or so. It's 3 hour long, and it's fantastic. It's called
I'll
Terry's
check it out.
Take.
Yeah.
Terry's Take. I'm not sure what episode 30 summer or whatever, but it's on my channel, and that's the best thing I've heard regarding drugs. But they're right up on it. Terry's obviously very educated, so I'd go listen to that. But I don't know what they've tested. If I don't understand it, all I know is that if they test, they should be banned if they're guilty. So that's
Definitely.
so
Yeah, I
I don't
agree
know.
with
I
that.
don't know. So and the Robert Hilarious one. Well, he was tested the day before, wasn't he? They fought Big Meech. So why has it just come out now? So if he's tested before, why can't they just have that results that day? Why go ahead with the fight?
Yeah.
Why go ahead with the fight if he's tested positive?
It's
It's no good.
dangerous, isn't it? It's
It's
very,
no
very
good
dangerous.
after the fact. I mean, look at the state of Joshua's face. He got touched up. Robert Hilarious put hands on him. That's the
Yeah.
bottom line, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
bottom line. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Boom Gardner, she don't look like she's not on the gear, does she? I mean, she looks like Tom Platts. Do you know what I
Yeah, the
mean?
physique has changed over the years, I think.
She's not
So
the only fighter. She's not the only female fighter in the sport of boxing that's physique's changed. And we're talking female fighters from UK. So whether that's hard graft or whether they've been on that special diet of nuts and berries and porridge oats and honey, we'll soon see, won't we? But they're catching them and they're dropping like flies. Pop, pop, bang. Speaking of pop, pop, bang, oh my God. Big John Fury here, big fighting man, in the ring or on the hard road. Am I fine? They're still watching me from the moon, but guess what? I'm watching them now. I've got a telescope from Amazon. £39.95. Pop, pop, bang. Well, I can't help
yeah.
myself, can I? Max, you're a bit of a boxing nut. You've got a YouTube channel. I respect that. I respect anybody who's got a YouTube channel who shows their face. Now, for me to give you some respect, if you don't show your face, you're going to have to talk some really good boxing chat. A bit like Atman and Ultratech. I'll give them respect, even though they're hiding behind the camera. But I give them respect because they know what they're on with. Now, I give you respect. You've got a YouTube channel. Welcome. Thank you for coming on here. I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
no,
you
no worries.
now. It's Silver Boxing YouTube. That's Max's channel. Subscribe and watch. He knows what he's on with. Frank Warren, aka Bricktop, versus Spotty Frank, aka Frank Smith, aka Emily Eubank's boyfriend. What do you think about the spat? Is it intense beef or laughing luncheon meat?
Yeah, probably laughing luncheon meat. I don't know. I think you know, Frank's always honest, isn't he? He called him the T boy. You know, he said, "What does the T boy know?" But yeah, I think I don't know. To be honest, I think hopefully, I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on Frank against Spotty Frank. To be honest, I don't know.
No?
What are your thoughts on it, Russ? It's just to me, it's just silly drama. It's just you know, they're not going to get on, are they? They're on rival companies, so it's predictable.
This is what I think of it. I thought I was going to have an easy one today, asking you questions, and you just run with it.
No.
Right, this is what I think about it. Right, Bricktop is going to come out and fight his corner, isn't he? He's trying
Yeah.
to sell a fight that's on tonight that everybody in the sport of boxing says is a mismatch, and I agree. Daniel Dubois got pinged about last time out by a southpaw old cruiserweight. Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
Right. So Bricktop, with his boxing head on, has looked at that and thought, oh my God, I've been shouting up about Triple D for the last so many years, and look what's just happened. Not only did he quit against the big stiff, the big mummy, Frankenstein's monster, but he's getting pinged about by an old southpaw. Oh my God, who can't punch for Toppy? So he took 3 counts against this guy, and I thought, they're just going to force mandatory now and get what they can out of the job. And that's what any businessman would do. They're cashing him out. It's going to put miles on Usyk. He's had to do another camp. And hopefully they'll be thinking Triple D might be able to put a bit of damage on him. But in my opinion, for Usyk, it'll just be a bit of a workout for Usyk's sparring session, and he can take him out anytime he wants.
Yeah, I think
That's how I look at it. 2 seconds, go on.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I think
Go on.
the one time I counted Dubois out was against Nathan Gorman. We're talking a few years ago now. I
Yeah.
thought Gorman would outbox him, but Dubois showed that his fundamentals are pretty good, and his power is, it is pretty good as well. So, but having said that, I think you're right. I think Usyk will just ping him. I think he will outbox him. But I d- something tells me I don't think Dubois is going to disgrace himself in that fight. I think he'll win a few rounds. Um, but I think he'll lose on points convincingly, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think he's the quality needed to beat Usyk, to be honest. I think only pretty much only Tyson Fury can beat Usyk.
Who would you say is Daniel Dubois' best win, and does he deserve to be in there with Usyk? Is he there on merit, or is he there because his promoter has lobbied and managed to get him into position? Which is it?
I think his best win is Gorman for the British title. Yeah, I know it's not a great win. Um, does he deserve to be there? I mean, he lost to Joyce, didn't he? And and it took Joyce longer to get a title shot. So I don't know, but he fought who was it? Trevor Bryant for the WBA regular belt, and that was a terrible fight. Bryant was a rubbish fighter, to be honest. So I don't know. I think I suppose he does. He does deserve to be there because he took the shot against Bryant. He won. But I think he's going to look like, I think he's going to lose pretty convincingly, to be honest. So I think there's levels to this.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, we'll finish off on Spencer X, aka Big Mouth, aka Stamina for Sale YouTube. Give them a follow. It's a lick feast. Right, we've seen part 1 with Nigel Benn where they didn't mention Crusher Ben whatsoever regarding this beef they've got with Talksport. Part 2 should have gone up last night. It's not gone up. They gave us a little clip on it on Talksport, but what has happened? Have they pulled the video, or is it going to be out any day? What's going on here, Big Malk? Has Big Malk's arse caved in? Where's part 2, Big Malk?
What was in part 1? I didn't actually watch it.
Nothing really. It was just a lick feast about his career and how he started and all that. We were boring. It bored me to death. But where's part 2? We want to see the main course. Has Big Malk pulled it? Oh, we're going to see, aren't we? I think he has, but I could be wrong. So where's part 2, Big Malk? You're getting it the big licks. You're sending clips of it to TalkSport. So where's part two? Woo-hoo. Come on, you've got to interact with me, Max. Here, it's like
sorry, mate.
teeth. It's like pulling teeth, this mate. What are you doing to me?
I think I didn't see the first interview, so
You
I don't
didn't see
know.
it. I thought you had a YouTube channel, Max.
Yeah, I don't follow Spencer Fear, and I'm not a big fan of his, to be honest. The knowledge. I don't.
No. It's the master knowledge now. The
Yeah,
master
it's
knowledge.
master knowledge. I'm not. Yeah, I don't follow him.
Well, on it, apparently, we've seen on TalkSport, Nigel Benn was saying that he should give Spencer Oliver a slap. But he'd get nicked for it. So I don't know why he's coming out with that. But let's see a proper debate. But I think after Simon Jordan panned it and said they were looking forward to seeing it and panned it, I think they pulled it. But Big Malk might prove me wrong. But you'd have thought it'd be out tonight, wouldn't you, at some point? Because it wasn't out last night, was it? Big Malk. And you've already got it because you split it into two parts. So where's part two, Big Malk?
Yeah, probably deleted. But before we end, Russ, I just wanted to ask you about Billy Joe Saunders. Do you think he'll come back?
I've done a video on that. It should be out shortly. Well, he's been out at ring now for 28 months. Right? 28 months, a long time, and at 27, 28 months, and he hasn't got a fight date. So if he does come back, we could be looking at getting on for 3 years, couldn't we? Because I think this year's probably finished now for him. So that's a long time to be out at ring, but Fury could do it. So Billy could do it. But if he does come back, he's got to answer questions about Canelo fight and this eye socket operation that he had, but there's no proof. So it ain't going to go away, Billy. Pop, pop, bang.
I hope he comes back. He was one of the most supremely talented British fighters I can remember. Unfortunately, he didn't really step up his competition until he fought Canelo. But yeah, I hope the guy comes back. I think he's got a lot to offer.
What has he got to offer though? Because technically, he's a light middleweight who were campaigning last off super middle. His body is a light middleweight. He's the height and the body for a light middleweight. You do know that, don't you? He always looked overweight at middleweight to me. So
yeah, I think obviously as you get older, the metabolism slows down. So maybe I don't know. I think middleweight for Billy, probably possibly super, but we saw against Canelo, he didn't have the power to.
He never had the power at middleweight, though, did he? Really? Let's have it right. Let's talk Turkey and let's not talk gobbledygoosh. He didn't have the power at middleweight. Who were he icing at middleweight? He could have took that David Lemieux out at any time. Why didn't he?
Yeah, I suppose power's never been his strong point. It's more the boxing, the head movement, and
Correct.
all
World class skills, world class. And it's a shame because for me, the glass is always half empty for him. I always thought that he was going to really dominate and be a long reigning champion, which he were, but it were. I don't know. It just looked like you never really seen him in a firefight except twice. The EUBANK one, but he just shaded it, didn't he? He won that fight in first 6, 7 rounds. And the other firefight we've seen him in was the Canelo one, and we know what happened, don't we? Really on that one.
Yeah.
So
it
I
was,
just think.
Yeah, it was sad to see. To be honest, his eye was all fucked up, messed up. But yeah, so.
Well, it were messed up the same, but I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot of people carry on with a lot worse. And didn't he say that he's a death kind of guy and you don't quit and all this? And I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see the same energy that when he were in the ring, when Canelo put it on him, that he were talking when he were talking about Dubois against Frankenstein's monster.
Joyce, yeah.
Yeah. Joyce. Sorry about that, Joe. Pop, pop, bang. We're out of time. Well, listen, thank you very much for coming on, Max Hernandez.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't.
Is it Hernandez or Fernandez?
Fernandez, yeah.
Max Fernandez from Derby. No problem. Thank you very much for coming on. Have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to having you on again, young man.
All right, cheers, Ross. Sorry, I couldn't speak more, but yeah,
No, no problem, mate. You've probably got you're nervous, aren't you?
a little bit, yeah.
A
So
little bit, mate. You're behind camera, so what's a bit of me nervous about? And you've got a YouTube channel. You know what you need to do? Grow up hair. Go on,
all right,
our
mate.
kid. Take care, mate. Cheers,
Cheers,
pal.
pal. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Well, that were Max from Derby. Yeah. Good luck with your channel, Max. You're gonna need it. It's a lot harder than what you think, innit? And I'm a bit of a sod, aren't I, at times? But he's been here, came here, bless him. I picked him up at the train station, took him back. Nice young kid, likes his boxing. So, do you know what? He even offered to pay me to come here. I was about that. I went, oh, I was about that. Eh? Nice kid, nice young man. So that's about it, really. We're going to do a bit of back and biceps now, a bit of NASA El Sambati, T-bar rowing to start with, and then a boom garden arm workout. Pop, pop, bang. Peace out.